She wanna take pictures. Baby, go quick. Stay up that shit. I'm big sick, I'm a big bitch. Drippin' Margiela. Switch up my shit like whenever. You sail around for the winter. ABC all on my sweater. Let's catch the drip. Might take your bitch, cause I be treating her better. Dodging my kicks, got fur on my shit. Yeah, I'm an animal killer. Animals, her niggas switching for pussy. My homie switched on me, I'm shook. Claim me your mans, we're making the plans. When they know you ain't looking. Your boys just be plotting, I'm cooking. Heard you got a couple of things that you should do to the fam. Stay solid in sands. And don't get your shit took. I'm dripping in nothing. Fucking your bitch like it's nothing. Got brackets all over my body because I be dripping in nothing. I'm dripping in nothing. I drip like it's nothing. Fuck your bitch like it's nothing. Got brackets all over my body because I be dripping in nothing. I got brackets on my back. Vivendi, that's the way I'm living. Remember when I didn't have shit? Had to take the shit that I was given. Get your shit taken, something like a movie. Money I'm making. I just got me some deal. Then a nigga had to take a big detour. You talking big drip, so I rap that. You on the internet, talking Snapchat. I know you dig this. Wanna back that? She talking big facts, wanna stack that. I dropped a pin, bitch. Where your mad back? You talking too much? That's a cap rap. I dropped a pin, bitch. Where your mad back? You talking too much? That's a cap rap. Early bird, so I catch that shit. I'm an early bird, so I smash that shit. The canary diamonds gon' flash that shit. Your bird decline, they gon' tag that shit. Pull up gully, blacked out whip. My cup too muddy, I'm a blackout bitch. My gang too bloody, gon' back that hit. My cup too muddy, we black in bitch.
Definitely said, why am I awake? Bro, I'm always awake. Come on. I'm a vampire. The question is, why are you awake, man? Why are you awake? Why are you awake, bro? Oh, God. Hopefully that balances. Balance, man. I actually hit this phone. It never balances. Wait. What did he say? Not even avant-garde in the stream. She said, who is Headie 1? Oh my god. Who is Headie 1? Jeez. Oh my god. Okay. We need to educate a fellow American. I'll show you who Headie 1 is. Wait, hold on. Oof, that's tough. We need to learn about our British music scene. Wait, hold up. I'm awake because I don't know. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually being productive. I just finished writing notes for a review, so I can release that today because I actually finished it. I just need to like rewrite it in more, like make it less all over the place. Oh yeah, she's asked me who Headie 1 is. Headie 1 is a drill rapper from London. He's like really well known. Like they played his song at the Burberry show, the last Burberry show. Let's see. I'll show you who he is now. Headie 1. Why do you want me to say Joe again? I don't know why you want me to say that again. Oh, Yola, you've got fans. Oh. Yola's got fans. I'll put Buddy as my YouTube user, but that'll be cringe. Yo, that's jokes. That is hilarious, mate. Wait, he said it's funny when Londoners say drill. What's wrong with me saying drill? How do you pronounce it? Drill? Like, all you, I don't know, non-Londoners. This guy said brat. That's jokes. Brat. Joker. Anyway, back to the music. What should I play now? Let's see. What isn't copyrighted? I'll play this. What do you say? Kim Jones is the king. Facts, 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 facts. Then he said Kim Jones is not the king. Hyder Ackerman's the king. We'll see about that. Unknown T. Bro, I can't play Unknown T because it's copyrighted. Rick is God. See, everyone has a different God. My God is Andy Milamista. End of story. That's the end of the story. Who's that? Don AV. Thank you a lot for donating money. Nyasi. I see those are euros, so I don't know where you're from, but yeah. Yeah, back to YOLO, if you're wondering what I'm doing. Wait, I'll show you. As you can see, for my next video, I'm prepared. What do you say? Merci. How do you say it? Is it merci or merci? You know, French people have this funny like tone to their voice. One day I'll be able to speak French. One day. I like oversized coats and look like an emo Japanese anime character. That's jokes. Paris, I know, bro. Do you know what it is? I actually was supposed to go to Paris Fashion Week, but yeah, funds. Yeah, it's not looking good right now. What do you say? Man's got notes, bro. You have to stay ready. You have to stay ready. What do you say? Let's go, Jan. Yeah, no problem. Not sure I pronounce it as Mercy. Alright, fair enough. I like to dress up like pirates. Then you're my guy. Just all you need is Andy Milamista for that. Airbnb ting. Facts. That'll be calm. Every time I come on live, what's the time now? It's like 3:30 a.m. I just expect everyone to be asleep. I'm like, why are guys still up? Especially guys that are based in Europe. If you're like American, then fair enough. But like, if you're based in Europe, geez, man, don't sleep. He said we just love you so much. What song is this? Oh. Now I've got to change this song. I'll play like... He said, when do you sleep? Bro, my sleeping pattern at this point is just like, it doesn't exist. I don't even know when I sleep, to be honest. That being said, I did wake up at like 3 p.m. today, so maybe that's why I'm still awake. I'm in Australia. So really, it's midday in Australia. That's crazy. Student sleeping pattern. Yeah, I know. I should be working anyway. I just need to balance this phone. Balance. Alright, I'm good. Anyone catch the Dior show? I haven't seen the Dior show, even though that's like the thumbnail, but from what I've seen, it's really good. Obviously, Kim Jones, when he designs at Dior, he always takes really, really deep references from like Christian Dior himself. So I like to see how he's done that in this collection. So that's what I'm looking forward to, basically. But like from what I've seen anyway, it looks good. Yellow says it's kind of boring. Let me look at it now then. Dior. Very basic surface level references. So when you say surface level references, is it like the obvious Christian Dior references, like animals and stuff like that, like bees and like stuff like that? Those are like the most obvious Christian Dior references you can ever do. Which show was in McDonald's? That was Vetements. That was Vetements. That's what's up? What's up? Is this the real Yolo Edwards? Oh my god, Yolo, you're a celebrity. All the fans want to know if you're real. Your fans, they want to know if you actually, this is the real one. Alright, let's look at this Dior collection. Okay. Galliano references like the newspaper print. Alright. Flowers, sachets, Lily of the Valley, only deep dive was newspaper via Galliano. Okay, fair enough. Let me look at that. Let me find where that is. Okay, I see it now. I see it now. It looks alright. It looks alright. Let's see what the other pieces are like. The thing I like about Dior, well, Kim Jones Dior right now anyway, is just the tailoring always looks impeccable. Even though it's kind of like simplistic. Yeah, I really like the tailoring though. I can't lie. If I had a lot of money, I'd buy it. But I just don't have a lot of money, so... Yeah, it's an alright collection. I've seen better. I'm getting tired of all these odd-fitting suits these houses are putting out. Dior Rimowa is a must-cop for high-end hype beast. Oh my god, yeah, that thing is... Yeah, it's gonna go crazy for the hype beasts, the high-end hype beasts. Let me think of what brands have I liked this Paris Fashion Week. I haven't really, because I've been focusing on like London shows for reviews and stuff. But the shows I have seen, I've seen AMI. AMI was strange. I never would have thought in a million years that Alexandre Matoussi would make like all black silhouettes almost. Undercover was alright as well. What else have I seen? Vetements was just a meme, as usual. What else have I seen? Paris Fashion Week. Oh yeah, Antimida Mista, obviously. Antimida Mista was just like sailor vibes, pirates as usual. Nothing has changed. Who else? What other brands the guys want me to talk about? Fendi was dope. See, I haven't seen Fendi. I've seen Dries, but just like a few pictures. I haven't seen like... I've seen like all the Dries that looked like really floral and stuff as usual. I've seen a few pictures as well. LV, yuck. Yeah, I saw Versace, bro. It looked like Martine Rose, I'm sorry. It actually looked like Martine Rose. JW Anderson, I saw kind of... It's weird because JW Anderson, he's like... The stuff he's doing at Loewe, he's kind of putting that at JW Anderson too much, and now it's kind of looking samey. Like what he's doing at Loewe and what he's doing at JW Anderson is kind of looking like the same thing. So not really a big fan of that. Looking forward to Celine, same. Especially because of where he went the last collection, where he was like, okay, yeah, I'm gonna stop doing the whole black skinny man silhouette, and he actually did something different. But yeah, he might just shock all of us and then go back to his skinny man dark silhouette. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. Celine will have colours this season. Looking at the invite, I hope so. I hope so, for the sake of the Phoebe followers. Invite looks unexpected. Yeah. Yeah, because normally even like the photography of Adi Slimane is normally like very monochrome. So and the invites in the past have been very monochromatic. So yeah, I haven't seen the invites you're talking about, but if there's any sort of color, then that's a big indication. What other brands? Let's see. Paris Fashion Week. I've seen quite a few just in my head right now. I can't really think of them because the only stuff that's in my head is like London brands. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see. In their collection of postcard paintings in bright colors. That's crazy. That's crazy. Have you been keeping up with KVA and Beluti? Nope. But when I get to it, I'll get to it. It's like, so I'm reviewing every show individually, so it's kind of more work than like last time when I did it. So that's why I'm only on London brands right now. And then I'm going to look into Milan, and then after I'm going to look into Paris. So yeah, I haven't seen Beluti. I'm hoping it's not the same old directionless stuff that he released in the first collection. Jill Sander. I heard Jill Sander is really good. I haven't seen it though. I'll check it out now actually. I actually want to see that because some of my friends have said, "Oh, look at Jill Sander." Apparently, it was really good. Balmain was insane. I haven't seen Balmain. Beluti is dead after Hyder Ackerman. I don't know. I want to give Beluti a chance. Sorry, I want to give Chris Van Asher a chance at Beluti. It's just like the first collections just had no direction at all. It was just like it was so commercial. It was like Beluti's not known for clothing, so I want to compete with other brands that are more known for clothing. So I'm just gonna make really commercial tailoring. That was literally what the first collection that KVA did looked like. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it's different this time. Let's see. I wish I was rich. For your new season, come go and taste some knowledge. Something about Beluti's leather hoodies and jackets over it does things to me. Fair enough. Martin, what's up? Seen JW Anderson yet? Someone asked me about that. No, I haven't seen. I've seen like just a couple images. Undercover is amazing. Yeah, I saw Undercover actually. Undercover is really good. But I still need to look deeper into it because I'm so curious as to what the references were. So just like the eye test, it looks good, but I want to like see what the references are. Olivier at Balmain looks more plastic every season. You are mean. You are savage. You are a savage. Oh yeah, I was gonna look at Jill Sander. Hold on. Jill Sander. Let's see. Okay. This is what I expect from Jill Sander. Very minimalistic. Oh, I really like this look. Is this like a kimono? This looks like a kimono. This looks really sick. Oh yeah, this is my kind of vibe. This Jill Sander collection. Interesting. Yeah, this is definitely my type of vibe. Yeah, it's quite cool. Um, Models look like they had fun. Issei Pleat show was pointless. Yeah, so many people have been saying like they like the Issei show. I don't like it because it's just like I get the Own Plissé thing and like everyone loves that and that's like the commercial winner for Issei right now. But it's like in past collections he doesn't push the pleats as much as he did in this one. So all it says to me is he's just trying to sell clothing, literally. JW Anderson does look like Loewe. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. They are starting to look the same. Even like the color palette. So the color palette JW Anderson was using at Loewe was kind of like these like beigey colors. And then he's kind of brought that to... So now he's using that at Loewe and JW Anderson. It's just like, no, this place be different. What do you think of LV? I haven't seen it. And I don't like bashing Virgil for no reason. So until I like look at it properly, I'll give you an opinion. I saw on like Diet Prada they had a post saying that Virgil copied, what was it, Taylor Swift and Craig Green. But yeah, I haven't looked into it, so I wouldn't know. I would not to know. What do you think of the Kid Super Show? No comment. Absolutely no comment. You wore fake dunks with off-white lace. Okay. Christ alive, the last look made me cry. Oh my god, I think the undercover inspiration was What Lurks in the Dark. Okay. I'll look into it later, but I'll take your word for it. It did seem like What Lurks in the Dark because most of the silhouettes were black anyway. Um, let's see. And Diet Prada did a thing comparing a new LV print with a YSL print. Okay, that one didn't make sense. How can you like compare? How can you say Virgil's copying a print? That's like that doesn't make sense. Like every brand could just put prints all over a t-shirt. Like that's you can't really copy stuff like that. That's just yeah. That doesn't really make sense. But then again, Diet Prada need to make content. Um, I enjoyed the show. Agreed. Sometimes it's annoying. Virgil has lost the plot. He needs to stay in his lane. It wasn't a print. It was chain link logos. Oh, okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough. Do you know something about Virgil Abloh? It's so annoying. He's smart. He's like an intelligent person. It's just when it comes to the clothing. So like, if you like listen to what he says about his collections and the inspiration for his collections, it sounds really inspiring. Like his like he's really intellectual and like what he says around the collection, it makes sense. But then you see the clothes and you're just like, it's just your ideas didn't really translate. So it's like I hope eventually he learns to actually translate his ideas. I hope so. One day, one day. Till then, though, it's just going to be more of the same. He's going to over intellectualize his ideas, and then the clothes aren't going to represent his ideas. It was literally the same thing made with LV logos. Okay, I need to look into it. Yeah, but that's messed up. He is not a designer. He's an architect that knows about silhouette. Yeah, I guess you can say that. But then again, I'm not sure if Virgil knows about silhouette because, yeah, Yolo just said because, like, bro, when it comes to like how off-white fits, it doesn't fit right. Like, if you know about silhouettes, you'd know that like off-white doesn't fit right. And I've seen like ever since he went to LV, I've noticed that it fits. It's starting to fit better and better. So I think someone must have told him at LV or something like that. He said it's oversized clothing. That's jokes. Love your unpopular opinion about Virgil. Yeah, not too many people like me because of that opinion, but yeah, it's just how I feel. I say what I think. have a lot of haters for that. Tailoring was still pretty bad this season. Yeah, I haven't seen it once again. Yeah. Can I get people's opinion on upcoming Prada Autumn Winter 19 as Prada lost momentum? Prada, I don't think was ever made to be a hype brand. Because if like Mucha Prada really wanted to make it a hype brand, she wouldn't stick to her marbles so much. She would have sold out by now. So yeah. Just because something isn't like on everyone's Instagram feed doesn't mean it's lost momentum per se. So yeah, I wouldn't say that. I remember Kiko was posting roasting Virgil on Insta story a couple of shows ago. I remember that actually. I remember that. I think I made a video on that. Yeah, that was funny. The horror collection was really good. Yeah, it was. What are your thoughts on Panboy? Personally, find him annoyingly subjective for a fashion critic. Lost quite a bit of respect to him this week as he went into shows with a negative mindset. I like Panboy. I think he's very knowledgeable. What do you mean? Like, expand on what you mean. What do you say? Annoyingly subjective. Aren't you supposed to be subjective as a Oh, subjective. Yeah. Okay. I was about to say. I don't think a critic has to be objective. Really? I don't know. I think as a fashion critic, you shouldn't let. Okay, for example, my favorite brand is Angelina Mista. I think if I'm criticizing an Andy show, I can't just think because I love what Angelina Mista did when she was designing at the brand. I have to love everything that Sebastian Munier does. So, yeah. What do you think of Vetmore having a show at McDonald's? Vetmore at this point is just a meme. I have no words. I have no words. Like some of the Vetmore looks, they literally look like McDonald's employees. It was just like, what is going on? They even had like the badges. Like seriously, like so funny. Like they even gave people like McDonald's cups with Vetmore written on it. Man, that brand, Demna. Yeah. It's supposed to be a joke, but like it's just annoying. At this point, it's just so annoying. Like I get it's supposed to be funny and whatever, tongue in cheek, but yeah, it's just getting really annoying at this point. Because like when someone does the same thing, season after season after season after season, it's just like, can we see something else, please? I'm going into Off-White show saying something along the lines of, let's see what Virgil's copied this time. Oh, okay, I see what you mean now. I see what you mean. Something I'm confused about, like, he was he invited to the show because he went into hate? Okay, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. Yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah, I don't think you should do that. Yeah, I don't agree with that. You shouldn't just go into a show thinking negatively. Even now, I don't even have an opinion on LV or Off-White because I haven't looked into it. They need to make clothing for fat people who eat at McDonald's. I don't know too many overweight people that would even buy Vetmore, like, in the first place anyway. I get the whole copying issue, but still. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I see where you're coming from. Yeah. Not gonna lie, I used to be guilty of that. I used to, like, go into, like, reviewing shows with, like, preconceived notions, but I've stopped. I've learnt. What do you say? I got papped. Yeah, I got papped at London Fashion Week. I think his story is mainly for entertainment. Oh, we talking about Panboy? Yeah, possibly. I think Panboy, he's really what's the word? He's really knowledgeable about fashion, but on his story, he kind of just has hot takes, kind of for like entertainment purposes. But you can say the same thing about me, to be honest. um, I felt a big inspiration about the last Carl show for Fendi in the menswear LV collection. Yeah. I see that. Have you seen Loic Prigent's video on that? On Carl's last show for Fendi? That was sick. I'm sure you probably watched that. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Um, Panboy is cool, not enough of him in fashion. Yeah, for sure. Do you know what it is? In fashion today, it's like it's run by like really old people. So the issue is they they know their shit, but like they don't know how to translate their ideas and make it relatable to like a younger audience. Um, and that's why, let's say Hortland Mode gets like 100,000 views on a fashion review, and like Show Studio gets like 1K. Um, so I think they just need to like hand anything social media wise to people that are younger. So I feel like Panboy should be working for like really big fashion brands, like doing social media stuff and like reviewing stuff. But they won't let that happen because they think us youngins don't know what we're talking about. Um, did you see the Carl Forever thing? No, I didn't. I didn't. Show Studio is lit. Love that show. I'm not too sure about that. I like Show Studio when certain people are on. So like if Mima Vigizio is on, or Finn, Mick Tagger, or who else? There's like a couple of people that if I watch their panels, I'm really interested to see what they're gonna say. Um, did you watch the latest A Cold All panel? You know I watched it. I watched it like twice. Yeah, I watched it like twice. Do you think guys like Sanjeev are mocked by fashion elitists? Seen some people moaning and groaning because he bought CCPs. Look, Sanjeev has his own style. He just buys what he likes. So if suddenly he likes CCPs now, oh okay, he's like that was meant for Jedi. But yeah, back to Sanjeev. If CCP is what he likes now, it's what he likes. I don't know why people are like, oh, he's changing or whatever. Like, he's always been that guy who just buys whatever he likes. But in life and online, there's always going to be those like people who are going to say all sorts of bullshit. What do you say? Sanjeev is a joke. He used to be cool, but now he just looks like a hype beast. I wouldn't say Sanjeev looks like a hype beast. You think Sanjeev looks like a hype beast? I wouldn't say that. Does he really buy what he likes? It seems like he buys what he likes. I'm not in his head, but it seems like that to me. I'd rather him buy CCP than do a Zara haul. That's jokes. That's jokes. Sanj is original as fuck. Yeah, Sanj to me is really original. He seems original to me. People really hate on everybody. I feel like yeah, everyone gets hate. If you're on YouTube, you're gonna get hate by some people. It's just inevitable. What do you say? Looks to me like he's a crypto hype beast. Define a crypto hype beast. I'd say he got more sponsors and buys clothes from his friends to support them. Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. We all have a bit of hype in us all. Yeah, all of us are hype beasts in a way. So yeah. Undercover best show, fight me. You know I'm gonna say Angelina Misto is the best show. And it's not even like objective. That's just me being biased. Crypto hype beast facts. Sanj got the Prada full 1 to 16 shirt before it became overplayed. There's a difference between being a new hype beast and getting whatever you like regardless of trends. Yeah, that's really true. And he's liked Saint Laurent Wyatt for ages. He was wearing like, you know, the whole like Chelsea, when it was like really fashionable to wear Chelsea boots. He had like SLP Chelsea boots before it was like even in trend and stuff like that. So I just can't really consider him a hype beast when he's doing stuff like that. It's almost like he's ahead of trends. What do you say? Just a little bit ahead of us, but he's still chasing the hype of celebrity and Instagram. I don't think so. I don't think so. I honestly think James Moran had the most swagger. To be honest, out of the three of them, I think James has the best style, then Sanj, and then Enzo's the worst. Enzo is like, he wears homme plissé and like, what else? He'll wear like, like common projects, and then he thinks he's a fashion god. It's so funny. Not that I hate him though, it's just like me being objective. um, yeah, he has been an homme plissé for years ago. Everyone else seemed to pick it up last year in the mainstream. Yeah, that's true. He said egghead, that's jokes. Favorite sustainable fashion brands: Stella McCartney, Veja, Nudie Jeans, Patagonia, stuff like that. Anne was Light 7. Nice of you to recognize the bias. It was beautiful, but expected Seb to actually try harder to translate the inspo into that ethos. Felt a little lazy here. Yeah, it was lazy. It was very lazy because the whole aesthetic since Sebastian has arrived there is the whole pirate kind of like ship sailor aesthetic. And he did the exact same thing in this collection. Like, we've seen it so many times. I just can't knock it because I like it. So I'm not going to complain if he continues to do something I like. Patagonia Homme Plissé Common Projects. Yeah, that's literally his fit. I'm sorry, but Veja shoes are ugly. It depends on which ones. I'm going to get some Veja shoes, actually. They're strap-ups. So yeah, it just depends on which ones. And Namchenko to add to Enzo's list. That's jokes. What do you think of sandals? I wouldn't wear sandals. I don't know. I have wide feet, man. It's not going to suit me. But yeah, if that suits you, fair enough. I've seen some decent sandals, though, like the Rick Owens Birkenstocks or like some Sui Cokes, stuff like that. Rick Owens SS20. I liked Rick Owens SS20. I thought it was amazing. I liked that everyone was in heels in that collection. Well, half of the collection, the models were in heels. What do you say? Middle-aged fashion women been wearing homme plissé for years. That's jokes. That is so true though. You know, in Paris, do you know how long people have been wearing like homme plissé for? In Paris, ages. First time seeing homme plissé was on Samuel Ross. He wore it with Vapor Max and it was fire. Okay, I definitely seen it way before that. I like every Parisian woman wears it, and they wear pleats please as well. Um, Rick Owens Vegas, that's jokes. Do people who work at like Harrods just get free clothes? I don't think they get free clothes. I think they get heavily discounted clothes. Rick's white python leather jacket this season though, beautiful. See, I haven't looked into the looks, but I noticed a couple things from like people's stories and stuff. Like, I noticed all the footwear, but the clothing I haven't looked into deep enough. Homme plissé is for men. Y'all tripping? Yeah, we know homme plissé is for men, but women wear it. Like, women wear homme plissé and pleats please. They wear both. Just because it's like marketed to men doesn't mean women don't wear it. Women definitely wear it. They get deep discounts and keep sale stuff aside. Okay, fair enough, fair enough, fair enough. I've seen homme plissé since like 2011, but it was just for women back then. Yeah, exactly. I'm not sure if it was ever for women, but I know loads of women used to wear it. So it's like 70% off sale and then 40% staff discount. That's crazy. That's some crazy, crazy discount. All the Korean grandmas here wear fake issei. Really? Why? Why? Like, in Korea, you're so close to Japan, and you could probably get like vintage issei for like really cheap. Well, the shop had its selection just for women. Sorry. Okay, yeah. That's so true about the grammar. Yeah, that's jokes. It's hilarious. Is Cavempt dead? Not really. Not really. I think uh, the type of Cavempt customer will always come back. Is the retail store Ross considered fast fashion? Ross. Is Ross fast fashion? Yeah, I guess it's like fast fashion, but not as bad because basically they take stuff that doesn't sell. Isn't that what Ross does? And then they sell it for like a discounted price. So low key, they're preventing things that would have just gone straight to landfills. Um, SLP gave my girl 2 full outfits for free when she worked at the local HQ full time. Really, that's crazy. But she would have to give it back to them if she left the contract 6 months before. That's mad. Any brands you really see shining this season? Where from? London, Paris, Milan, New York, or just like overall? I think Bode, New York. Is that how you pronounce it? Bode or Bodie? I don't know. But yeah, that brand has been on a massive, massive upward spiral. Especially because they obviously won the award and then showed at Paris Fashion Week. Yeah, everything's just aligning for that brand. Cavants has never been healthier. The cult following has never been bigger, and the hype beast finally moving on. See, that's why people probably think Cavamp is dead because hype beasts aren't wearing it. So, and you know, a lot of people associate things being all over like an Instagram feed with that's the in thing. Why is SLP still going with the ID look? How pathetic! It's almost been a decade. Mainly because Anthony Vassarello doesn't really, he's not creative enough to change the aesthetic of SLP without all the fans just leaving. Thoughts on Karma with Shane Oliver? Haven't seen that. SLP are trying to change now. I haven't seen a change from SLP personally. I'm gonna start wearing Supreme box logo, and that's a fact. Since Raf is leaving, do you think the value of CK205 pieces will go up? Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely, 5 years from now, like CK205 pieces will be expensive as fuck. What do you say? Everything Shane does is amazing. Yeah, Shane Oliver's. I wouldn't say everything Shane does is amazing because Shane at Helmet Lang has been a disaster. But if we're talking about like Hood by Air, then yeah, he's sick. How do you distinguish if the clothing a brand sells is low quality despite the high price? That's really easy. Materials they use. If stuff has been product tested. Also, so let's say someone like Raf Simons. I've seen a lot of collections where Raf Simons doesn't use good materials per se. However, he has designs that are so creative that like you can kind of look past the fact that he didn't use good enough materials. So yeah, I think that's kind of what justifies a high price. So let's say Off-White. Off-White's a really good example for this one because their product testing is terrible. Let's say Off-White makes a suit. They don't have let's say, the privilege of saying we're charging this high price because this was so difficult to make because it's just a suit. So it has to be high quality, otherwise it's not really luxury, is it? It's just bullshit, but because you put Off-White on it, it's now worth £1,000. Wait, what are these guys saying? These comments are going so fast. Shane Helmet is whack. Yeah, facts. But HBA amazing and others as well. Yeah, exactly. Shane was at Calvin Klein. No. Shane was at Helmet Lang. HBA comeback 2020. Yep, that's what we're all looking forward to. Ras Dior stuff kind of bubbled though. Old collectors choked a good 2 years to make newcomers sell for less. Yeah. Favorite show this season? We need Telfart CK. No one is going to CK, guys. They're done with that whole thing. Like, they don't care about like trying to break into high fashion anymore. They just want to focus on underwear. Anyway, back to what you said about Ras Dior, kind of bubble day, old collectors hope to get 2 years to make newcomers sell for less suspects. All those Rafnits are fire, then prices though. I hope Lacoste does a cheaper version. Lacoste did do a cheaper version, I just don't know when it dropped. Shane's return marks a new era for Hood by Air. Yeah, facts. Facts. Wait, apparently Christopher Bailey is at CK. Really? I thought Christopher Bailey retired. I thought after Burberry he just retired. No way. There's no way Christopher Bailey's at CK. I'm gonna Google this. Doing what though? Because ultimately, as far as I remember anyway, like they said, CK said they don't care about high fashion anymore. They just want to focus on like more commercial pieces. So they want to focus on Calvin Klein jeans and stuff. Trying to find out if there's any information about Christopher Bailey at Calvin Klein. Yeah, I can't find anything, but I'll look into that later. Cohen Frost had an interesting interview with Shane. Yeah, that interview was really good. Really, really good. Put me at CK, I'll just make vintage Margiela bootlegs. If you make vintage Margiela bootlegs, then your name is Demna Vesalia. Not publicly, but he's working there. Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Bye, man, it was interesting. Yeah, thanks for rolling through to the live. Wait, what do you say? He is gay. What, are you talking about Christopher Bailey? Yeah, everyone knows Christopher Bailey is gay. He's openly gay. I don't think there's anything wrong with being gay, though. He's not doing high fashion, but they have him as creative director. Okay, fair enough. Don't think you'll find anything online. Alright, fair enough. Said this guy is dissing. Would you buy non-Margiela Gats? Yeah, I would. I would. Because those are the original Gats. It's just like, because people are like hype beasts and hype heads, they will only buy Margiela replicas. They won't buy the actual Gats. I would buy both though. I'd buy Margiela replicas and the real Gats. What do you say? I love Cohen's authenticity and his personality. Alright, fair enough. What is avant-garde? All I know is that it's dark. Oh my god. Avant-garde is not... Okay, how do I explain it? It's really... Avant-garde is a very complicated thing to explain. It's just something that is against the status quo of what fashion is at a particular time. So that's why Comme des Garçons is avant-garde, because at the time, people were wearing pastel colours and like your standard Western tailoring, like suits and stuff. And then you have Comme des Garçons that came in and was designing in black and then had like holes in it. And he said, what status quo? Oh my God, Jesus Christ. You know what status quo means. But yeah, anyway, back to my point. For that reason, avant-garde has now been associated with like a black palette, which isn't true. It was black when everyone else was designing in color. But let's say there's a time where everyone is using black, then it's not really avant-garde to just have black silhouettes, if you get what I mean. It's like being different. That's what makes something avant-garde. Wait, let's see what the questions are saying. Imagine not being gay in 2019. Oh my God, this guy's trolling. I remember back in the day of forums, people would proxy Gats from German and French flea markets. That's crazy. That's a finesse. That is actually a finesse. What do you say? Avant-garde doesn't mean dark. Yeah, exactly. It doesn't mean dark. It's just like extremely different. I think people are very confused on what avant-garde means because they've heard that Comme des Garçons and like Yoji Yamamoto is avant-garde, and now they just think anything black is avant-garde, but that's just not true. That's just not true. Avant-garde is just something that's just extremely different from like what the norm is in fashion, like crazy stuff. Um, what do you say? Margiela actually incentivized people to get the OG thing. The first few gats often came with a few historical details. That's sick. That's really sick. The bulge aesthetic of CDG was also considered avant-garde. Yeah, exactly. Sebastian usually uses the prototype replicas as house slippers. Seriously, damn. Avant-garde means weird as fuck. Yeah, that's a really good way to put it. People think avant-garde is dark because of all the fashion memes. Yeah, exactly. I think it's just these like I don't know. It's because the people who are pushed to the forefront of being avant-garde all design in black. So I think people just associate the term with black clothing. Uh, let's see. What avant-garde means Raf Simons. I wouldn't say that. But yeah, Raf Simons has definitely made a lot of avant-garde clothing. I wouldn't say avant-garde is Raf Simons. I'll say avant-garde is like Rei Kawakubo. Like almost everything Rei has done for her mainline is avant-garde. Yeah, it's the stuff that's against the norm. Exactly. 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 These are some very good definitions. Oh, he said, and the CCP trolls. That's jokes. Like, if I was gay, that's avant-garde. No, it's not really avant-garde. This guy said if he was gay, that's avant-garde. This guy's a joker. It's like being eccentric. Exactly. Exactly. Have you seen Virgil's Rick Owen dunks he wore yesterday? No, I haven't. I haven't. The amount of black in avant-garde fashion is a direct result of the majority of those creators refusing to abide to the chemical industry imposition of using a certain color. There's correlation. Yeah, there is a correlation between black and avant-garde, but like, I think it's misleading to tell people that black is avant-garde because that's just not true. But yeah, let's say someone like Rick Owens, for example, the reason why he uses like a very monochromatic palette, like black and white and stuff, and grey, is actually like in protest of like chemical dyeing processes and stuff like that. So in that respect, that specific designing certain colors is avant-garde, but like it just depends. Like you have to judge it on a case by case basis. What do you say? So like Rick Owens, yeah, exactly. What is your opinion on Kloss? What said? I don't know who that is. There's an element of predicting the future of fashion in it. Um, yeah, I guess so. I guess so. I guess so. Google Leigh Bowery if you want to see avant-garde. All right, I'll Google. So the futuristic wave was avant-garde. Yeah, exactly. So someone who is very avant-garde is Kansai Yamamoto, and Kansai Yamamoto was like the most colorful designer ever. So yeah. Anyway, back to these comments. Futurism is an art movement. All right. How much do you think meme culture plays a part in fashion industry when it comes to the mainstream? Like the Triple S jokes, the whole homeless aesthetic, even Vetements. Um, meme culture? Meme culture. Is there meme culture? I'm not sure about that. I don't think it has an effect in fashion. I just think all memes do is make fun of certain groups in fashion. So they make fun of hypebeasts, they make fun of Rick fans, they make fun of the like CCP guys, the artisanal boys. They make fun of Kiko boys. It doesn't change anyone's opinion or like sway anyone's opinion, apart from maybe you might see a meme and you fall into it. Some haute couture is mad avant-garde. Well, yeah, that's true. Meme culture is such a terrible term. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Do you know about the uses of different sizes, 1, 2, 3 of pants like flared and taper? Not really. Not really. Actually, almost haute couture almost. Okay, I think you meant actually almost all haute couture is avant-garde. Debatable. I've seen some very basic looking haute couture, but what makes it haute couture is just how long it took to make it. Not necessarily it being this like revolutionary thing. Sorry. He said I'm just joking. How do you feel about Alexander Wang? Um, yeah, Alexander Wang. Yeah, Alexander Wang has been awful in in recent times anyway. What do you say? I guess you're right. You can't say Chanel is avant-garde. Yeah. I mean, the memes don't make the popularity of some fashion products. It's just joking on pieces that are already implemented in our culture and well known by everybody, like the Yeezys. Exactly. Which is why I don't think meme culture has an effect on fashion, really. It's just more like, meme culture is more like commentary. It's more like just people commentating on the way people dress and like different subcultures in fashion. Kanye West is an avant-gardist, right. Alexander Wang is a good contemporary designer. He used to be. I don't think he is anymore. Haute couture isn't necessarily avant-garde, but the notion of using it to show off the house's ability is close to avant-garde. Yeah, exactly. Alexander Wang at Balenciaga, fire. Yeah, Alexander Wang at Balenciaga was alright. It was alright. Definitely the better Wang days. Chanel Pharrell isn't that avant-garde. To be couture, you only need to follow a bunch of stupid rules imposed by a committee of old people. There's no relation to avant-garde, which is also a bad term. Yeah, facts. Which is why there's certain designers who don't like follow every rule to the letter, but they're kind of like trained in haute couture. So people consider what they make to be couture, even though technically it isn't. So that whole thing is just, I don't know how I feel about it. I feel like we need to throw all these rules in a dustbin. Do you prefer a more baggy look or tapered? Baggy look, 100%. That's why I'm a Martine Rose stan. It's all about the baggy looks. Yeah, I can't wear like tapered shit because I'm already big, so it's just gonna look really weirdly ironic if I wear like skinny or like tapered stuff. Jason says, "Yo, what's up? Join the conversation. We're talking about avant-garde fashion and haute couture. Can you do a video based on how to incorporate your ideas into design for clothing?" These guys want me to do their work for them. Jeez. Okay, maybe I should make a video about that. Maybe. Skinny gang, yeah. I'm definitely not part of Skinny Gang. I'm getting my mind boggled. IO thick, that's jokes. Hit the gym, fam. This guy said I should model for Adi Saman. Are you joking, bro? Bro, I could never model for Adi Saman. I'm like 50 sizes too big. Have you updated your other channel? It was interesting, to be honest. I think I posted a video. So the last video I posted on my other channel was about Anthony Joshua losing. But yeah, I actually need to make, now that I'm actually free because it's summer, I should make more videos. Do you model on the side? Bro, I'm not a model. I'm too big to be a model. You need to be skinny as fuck, which I'm not. The gym will hit me like Rick spanking me. I'm jokes. Sometimes you can just respond, read a book. Oh my god. No, but I don't want to be rude. I don't want to be rude. So sometimes I just like to help people. Even though, yeah, they should just read a book. Maybe you want stick. He said, hey, this guy watches boxing. Yeah, I'm a big boxing fan. I don't box myself, but I do MMA. But next academic year, I'm going to quit MMA. And I just want to focus on jiu-jitsu. So yeah, that's where I'm going right now. What do you say? Get back on the keto. Wearing Rick tank tops to the gym to only look like a homeless man. Oh my god. I will model for Liam Hodges. Everyone models for Liam Hodges, bro. Like, if you want to kickstart your modeling career, you just like model for Liam Hodges. That seems to be a trend. He was like, what is status quo, fam? Have you heard of Wikipedia? No, Iolo definitely knows what status quo means. He's trolling. He's just joking around. Yeah. Lomachenko versus the rest of the light division. Bro, no one's going to beat Lomachenko. Like, let's just settle it now. No one's going to beat him. He's too good. He's too good. He's too slick, too fast, too smart. Too technical. Way too technical. There's no way. What do you say? I did Muay Thai for a while, yeah. Hey, Muay Thai is brutal. It's brutal. He said thank you. Haha, that's jokes. Yo, shout out to this guy. He donated $1. Shout out to you. You're the real OG. He was like, he didn't get the joke. Yikes, that's jokes. Deontay Wilder is the joke. Is the GOAT, sorry. Okay. So now we're talking about boxing. We're talking about boxing. I'm not sure. I think Tyson Fury beat him the first time. But the judges, obviously, let's not speak about that. But hopefully, Deontay Wilder just beat. Who did he just beat? He beat what's this guy's name? Dominique Brazil. So that's out of the way. And then obviously, Tyson Fury beat Tom Schwartz. So hopefully they just get this fight. I want to see this fight. Fury versus Wilder part 2. We need to see that. It's like, if you're into boxing, where's the Supreme? Oh my god. He was like, after Instagram, everyone thinks they can be a model. Even better is much worse than her sister. Yeah, facts. You'll be able to buy Off-White. That's jokes. Right now I'm reading a book on the basics on fashion design by Simon C. Wright. Is that a good place to start? I haven't read that book, so I wouldn't be able to tell you. Yeah. I don't know. I just find it really hard to like explain fashion design to people. I learned fashion design stuff and like how the fashion industry works by working in the industry, like by interning. So, yeah. Bondage is avant-garde even in the sheets. You are trolling. What do you say? This guy deleted his IG when he lost. Life's rough. Wait, who deleted his IG? Did Dominique Brazil delete his IG? I never knew that. That's quite sad. Louis V boxing gloves. Oh my god. Didn't Karl Lagerfeld design those LV boxing gloves? I don't know. I don't know who designed them. Any good books you recommend about fashion design if you have any recommendations? I don't really have any recommendations when it comes to fashion design. Mainly because I'm not a designer. So I've not had to think about fashion design much. The books I read are mainly about designers and the work they do, or about fashion journalism. I don't really read like books about fashion design processes. But like you can find so many books. It's like look at reviews and stuff. It's not rocket science. Bella Hadid is the greatest thing that came out of nepotism. That's jokes. I want golden LV underwear. Fair enough. Vet more in McDonald's. Yeah, everyone's been talking about that. Yeah, it's quite hilarious. Karl Lagerfeld making his comments about sweatpants and ultimately selling sweatpants for years is his legacy to me. That's jokes. Menswear Fashion Design is a good book for design. Yeah, bro, we need to do a library list for people. We actually need to do a library list for people. He was like, who reads books nowadays? Bro, you need to read books. That's why kids these days are not educated enough on fashion as what's the word? As like bitchy as that sounds, that's why. You need to read text. Because Google is not your best source. If you like Google stuff, it's just a bunch of different people's different opinions. Whereas like for someone to make a whole book, the opinions have to be more considered, even though it kind of still is someone's opinion. What do you think about the LV collections from Virgil? I found some pieces very cool. Nothing new to his apparel, but good designs, even though the quality is ridiculous if you look at the price. I haven't seen the collection, like all the looks, so I can't really give an opinion on LV at this present moment. But yeah, when I look into it, I'll see. I'll like give my opinion. What are your thoughts on Dr. Martens? I recently got the Fragment collab. Dr. Martens are a staple, and they're very, very high quality. Like, just they go with everything. Dr. Martens are sick. I used to have Doc Martens, but like they were mad uncomfortable. Like I couldn't wait to break them in, so yeah, I got tired of them. For all stylists and designers, read Fashion Brands by Mark Tungate. Yeah, go read that book. Any books for fashion intellectuals? That's jokes. Yeah, I just need to, at this point, I just need to make a list. Rappers wearing Philip Plein t-shirt and Miri jeans and Triple S. Oh my god. Is there a worse fit? Third edition just came out. Okay, kids not reading books is why Virgil exists. Yeah, that's low-key true. Reading is avant-garde now. Yeah, facts. Reading books is avant-garde. What do you say? Virgil is a failed abortion, but now we have to deal with his grudges. Oh my god. Yeah. I really don't think you need to study to dress. Just wear what you think looks cool. That's my honest opinion. Oh yeah, you don't need to. When it comes to dressing, just wear what you like. I think the studying is more like fashion stuff. Because yeah, it's really annoying. Like, let me give you an example. So my next video that's coming out is a Martine Rose review. Hopefully it can come out tomorrow. And it's taken me a whole week to do research on this collection. So like, imagine I'm going to release this video and I'm going to be quoting what Martine Rose has said herself about this collection. I'm going to be like, every information on this collection, I have it. Like all the information that's out there on this collection, I have it, including what Martine has said herself. And there's still going to be people in the comments saying, oh, you're wrong. You don't know what you're talking about. You didn't understand the collection. So it's just like, yeah, man. It's frustrating. Wait, what did he say? What did he say? He said footballers dress worse than rappers. Yeah, that is facts. Yeah, but kids ain't designers. Kids are more of a stylist. Nah, true. Just type in insert designer here into Amazon Books and there you go. Sort by rating and then boom. Facts, facts, facts. New designers waste too much time reading practice books and never read the basics. Yep, that's very true. Kids are kids. He was like, nah, chill. Virgil was a bad designer. But you can't hate the hustle. You would play the same cards if you're in his position. Same with all those in a fashion circle, but it is what it is. Yeah, facts, facts, facts. Her Air Monarchs are so dope. Saw them in person. Yeah, they're sick, man. I don't know why all these like weird sneakerheads are trolling. YOLO. If you really want to dress good, study about yourself, not other people's opinion. Fair enough. He's like, don't question our savior. YOLO. Yeah, with fashion, it's so subjective that it's really hard to say someone dresses good or bad. However, um, what I would consider terrible is like just really, really badly considered stuff, or like stuff that doesn't fit right. Obviously, there's a counter argument to that. Like, let's say you're wearing Comme des Garçons or like Rick Owens. It's not meant to fit conventionally, so then obviously you get a pass. But if you're wearing a suit, then and it doesn't fit properly, then yeah. In the back of my head, I'll just be like, yeah, that doesn't fit right. What do you say? What does dress good even mean? You can dress and be dress good and be a terrible designer, and you can be a good designer and dress like a boo boo. Yeah, that's facts. The fashion industry tells us that. Let's see. Style should be personal, not an attempt to look good. Yeah, facts, facts, facts. I agree. Do you own any Hood by Air? No, I don't, because I'm not rich, unfortunately. And all my money goes to Andy Milamista. I need to change. I need to stop being a one-trick pony. It's hard to master yourself. Can you explain the Philip Klein meme? I still don't get it. Which meme are we talking about? Are we talking about the fact that the whole brand is a meme, or like what? Especially your style. Yeah, got truth here. That's jokes. Undercover or the soloist? Oof, that's a tough question. Not gonna lie, I lean more towards the soloist. Yeah, I just prefer. Well, the past two collections, I preferred the soloist to Undercover. However, most people would disagree with me because Undercover is like way more hyped. Like more people know about Undercover, but it's whatever. Opinions are opinions. What's the most expensive piece of clothing you own? Okay, if we're talking about value, it's an Andy Millamista jacket. But if we're talking about like what I paid, then it's my Acne Studios puffer. So it just depends. Solis had a solid collection. He transforms to any brand that you can find as popping on the Explore page on Instagram. Yeah, facts. SS20 Undercover is a big nut. Undercover SS20 surpasses in my opinion. Okay, maybe it's because like I haven't looked into Undercover or the soloist. I've just seen like the product images. Sorry, the runway images, sorry. So yeah, maybe when I look deeper into it I might prefer Undercover. Philip Klein is really good. I've owned a shirt by them on eBay for $12. Philip Klein was behind Ras Simmons' first 10 years. Cheers, he owned Rick Owens dunks. Never been pissed on for a flex. Yeah, Soloist had an amazing SS20 show. Amazing. I saw that you watched the interview with Shane Oliver. What did you think? Yeah, it was a really good interview. I think you're talking about Cohen Frost. Yeah, it was really good. It was really good hearing what like Shane Oliver had to say about the brand because I feel like he had been taking a lot of shit for like a long time, like people copying his designs and like people not giving him the credit he deserves. So I thought it was really good that he kind of came out and spoke about it. Oh yeah, guys, by the way, I'm trying to interview Martine Rose. So I'm trying to get her attention. So if any of you guys want to support me, just DM Martine Rose and like email her and be like, the Fashion Archive wants to interview her. And she might say yes. Lots of inaccuracies in that interview. Yeah, that's true. That's true. That was Isaiah. Yeah, that's true. That is true. There was one time he said someone copied him, and it was like, yo, you need to chill out a bit. Like, I'm trying to remember what he said. I need to, like, watch the interview again. Lomachenko is sponsored by Philip Klein for all you boxing/fashion fans. Are you kidding me? I didn't even know that. No way. I'm wearing a logo/design or something. I have to understand the origin and what it's saying. People wear undercover and have no idea of what the intention of the design is, and there's no way to find out. Okay. I don't know how I feel about that. So, how I feel about style and like fashion in general and like the fashion industry is like, if you're just a normal person, let's say you look at Undercover and you like it, that's fine. I don't think you have to know where the references come from and all that shit. However, I feel like if you're an influencer, um, or like you're someone who's like influencing people to buy stuff or like to wear stuff, and I feel like you have a responsibility to know what you're wearing because you're influencing people to wear what you wear. So it's kind of like if you wear stuff and you have no perspective, then it's just like that effect is going to trickle down to everyone else. So I feel like if like someone like let's say Galax, for example, why I'm not a fan of him is because he influences so many people, but he has no, what's the word? No, what's the word I'm looking for without being mean? He has no narrative. He just dresses what's like, he dresses how what's like popular on Instagram for like high fashion hype beast type thing. I'll DM Martine now. My guy, my guy. Thoughts on Mihai Yasuhiro? I haven't seen her stuff yet. Namachenko sponsored by Namachenko. Yeah. Going outside shirtless is avant-garde. I'll do it first day of school. You are bugging. I feel that you should do an interview with... Okay, I think you need to complete that sentence. Bro, Chris Van Ash or Kim Jones Dior? Definitely Kim Jones. Definitely Kim Jones. That being said, Kim Jones doesn't have a big sample size. So, yeah. He said, dog, he's a lame, don't be nice. I wouldn't call anyone a lame. Yeah, I wouldn't call Galax a lame. He's definitely done some good stuff. Like, ultimately, whether he has no narrative or not, at least he's introducing people to, like, new brands they've never, like, heard of before. So, that I can commend him for. It's just, like, I feel like he has a responsibility to know about what he wears and stuff. It's been the same for the past 3 to 4 collections. Thoughts on YouTube channels like One Dapper Street and Teacher Men's Fashion? I think their style is horrible. I agree as well. I don't like those channels at all. Galax was shading VJ Borelli. Yeah, it didn't make sense, bro. That Galax was shading Enzo. I don't know who that is. Chances he doesn't know who VJ is. No, he definitely knows who Enzo is because he went on a Twitter rant, like talking about like Enzo and like shading him on Twitter. He definitely knows who Enzo is. He's bugging. He's pretending. I feel like you should do an interview with Kirby Jean Raymond because his work is so slept on. Okay, so I want to interview like really well-known designers. However, it's really hard reaching out to really busy designers and like convincing them that like some tiny guy with 7,000 subscribers should like be worth their time. However, I have a plan. So yeah, because I kind of want to be the guy who like interviews designers and ask them like questions that people want to ask them but like no one has, because every time they do an interview with like Dazed and stuff, they only ask them about fashion stuff. I want to ask them like more personal stuff, how they were brought up, like what led to them being designers, stuff like that. Is Alix overrated? Slightly overrated. VJ is funny, but his style is getting a bit boring. Yeah, I guess you can say so. The Dior was sold out real quick. Yeah, Dior under Kim Jones just sells out like crazy. VJ Borelli, the mega egg wearing aircon pants are six. KVA Dior exudes sexiness though, in my opinion. Yeah, that is true. That is true. No, Alix isn't overrated if you wear it in the right context. Take it as you will. I think Alix is held to this like massive high standard that it isn't. So with Alix, obviously the hardware is really good. The footwear is amazing. the footwear slept on. Like I really like Elite's boots and stuff like that. However, the clothing is decent at best, and I feel like he overuses. So the roller coaster belt was really popular, and then all of a sudden, he uses that on everything. It's like a broken record. He uses that on all the accessories, on the bags. Now he has trousers that like have the roller coaster belt clips as like what you clip the trousers together with. It's like it's getting too much. What did Galax say? I can't remember. You should start a podcast. Yeah, I want to get. Do you know what I want to do? I also want to like interview people in the London scene. Um, so yeah, like models and stuff. So yeah, maybe I should make a podcast. Maybe. I need to be more well known in fashion though. I'm kind of like unknown at this present point. You can tell VJ. You can tell his money lagged behind James and Sand. He had to catch up. I respect where he is. Fair enough. Interview our Lord and Savior Virgil Christ. Oh my days. Interview underground London people in the fashion industry. Yeah, that's a plan. So I can interview people like, let's see, Tom Austin. I'm not sure how many of you guys know who Tom Austin is. I can interview other YouTubers, stuff like that. Some YouTubers will never be interviewed by me because they're just beefing me for no reason, like unknown vlogs. But yeah, I could interview Galax, interview Sanj, interview Magnus. Who else could I interview? Who else is in the fashion scene? The lace ankle boots were so nice. I agree. Elix got hyped on Ian Connor a bit and doesn't live up to it creatively. Yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, all of a sudden he uses it everywhere. Me and my boy were talking about that recently. Yeah, facts. He said Icy Cove beefing you, what a neek. I'm not saying anything, bro. That's all you. What do you think about the brand Cold Laundry? I've not heard of that. I don't know, interviewing YouTubers would be boring. Yeah, maybe that's true. Because everyone already knows about like interviewers I'll be interviewing. So maybe I should just like interview people in the industry, like in the London underground scene. I do have one guy who I'm interviewing actually. So I'm just gonna keep that on the DL. And he actually showed at London Fashion Week, just saying. So I'll leave you guys to speculate. What do you say? Fashion YouTube died when they lost to that competition to Ricky Thompson. Yeah, but Ricky Thompson has been stylish. It's just that we don't know him. We didn't know him, so like, yeah, it wasn't that bad. Just DM Martine Rose. You're a real one. Everyone, DM my favorite designers and just tell them that I'm a big fan and I want to interview them. And hopefully designers start giving me their time. Do you know what it is though? Like, it's going to be really hard interviewing a big name, let's say like Samuel Ross, Martine Rose, blah, blah, blah. But once I get a few, when I go to the rest and I'll be like, oh, I've interviewed Martine Rose, Samuel Ross, they'll just be like, yeah. That's kind of like how the industry works, unfortunately. So I just need to like get a foot in and then I'll be good. What I do know though is Samuel Ross definitely knows who I am, and he's DM'd me on Instagram a couple of times saying like he likes what I do and stuff. So it's just like getting a hold of him. He's so busy. It's gonna be really hard to like just get a hold of him. Build your way up through fashion industry people. Yeah, exactly. That's definitely the plan. I mean, I just see the buckle as his signature. Nothing wrong with incorporating it throughout his designs. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. It's just I'm getting tired of it. Do you think PAQ is getting rinsed? PAQ influencers. Who do PAQ influence? So he said try to do both. Yeah, facts. A connection with Samuel Ross is big. Yeah, facts. PAQ are making sometimes watchable content. DM Martin Rose, my guy. Everyone, keep the DMs coming. Just keep DMing Martin Rose, and eventually she'll just like find out who I am. It might be easier to do a podcast sometimes to a video. The only thing about video is if I film Martin Rose like in an interview, it just works better because I can turn video to audio, but I can't turn audio to video. Maybe you can start interviewing fashion students or people who have just graduated. Yeah, that's on the cards as well. So it's going to be like a whole series where I interview people who work in the industry. So that could be anyone from like someone who has a streetwear brand in London to like Samuel Ross, or like a model who works in the industry, or like a photographer. But like I'm going to be asking them like serious questions, not like bullshit questions, like really like deep questions. I have a lot of learning to do about designers because I don't come from that culture, as well as working on bettering my videos. Any tips? Just read some books, and then when you read a book, like let's say about a designer, then just make a video about that designer, for example. What else? In terms of like improving your content, look into like speech development and stuff like that. I'm still working on my speech. My speech is terrible. Like what did I discover the other day? My intonations are off. So like when I finish a sentence, my intonation is really high. And apparently when you're speaking, your intonation is supposed to go lower. So that kind of indicates you end a sentence. But yeah, something I'm learning. What do we say to Martin Rose? Oh yeah, so just be like, you should consider doing an interview with this YouTube channel called The Fashion Archive, or something along those lines. Your thoughts on Ian Connor? No comment. You're gonna interview me one day, bro. Mark my words. Yeah. Obviously, I'll interview if you're a subscriber. Then obviously I'll interview you because that's the whole point. Why I can interview other people, because people watch my stuff. Well, Samuel Ross. But you can record both video and audio, post the video on YouTube, and post the audio on all platforms. Yeah, that is true. That's very true. What about someone who helps educate designers, though? Oh my god, that's such a good point, and I didn't consider that. I'm going to write that down, actually. Yeah, fashion, like lecturers and stuff. That is such a good idea. See? This is why I come on live, to steal ideas, like Virgil Abloh. No, I'm joking. Interview Avery and Kaylee. Starts by that. Bro, this is the reason why I said, London scene, because Kaylee and, let's say, I don't know, Avery, they're based in New York. Like, I don't have money to just, like, go to New York to interview them. Your thoughts on V-Loan? No comment. Try Zoe on YouTube to interview. Who the fuck's that? Give him some royalties. He said this guy dissing again. Interview LD from 6'7". I'm jokes. That's jokes. I swear, people only know YouTubers and influencers in fashion. Really? I think people know, like, designers, I think. I hope so. Plan to make more content on Kiko. Yeah. So how this month is working is, so I've got 3 types of videos. I'm trying to interview people. I'm reviewing like shows one by one, which is going to take forever. And then I'm going to like do other stuff like controversial shit. So yeah. Thoughts on Heron? Heron is... Yeah, he's an okay designer at best, but his last collection was a good step in the right direction. Interview Gosha. This guy is a joker. All the interview requests have been for YouTubers and influencers. Yeah, that is true. Whereas I'm just focused on interviewing designers. Gosha might touch him. Oh my god. What do you think about the fall off of Bape and what they did wrong? I don't know. Just no one cared, and rappers stopped wearing it. Do you think there'll be a broader change in fashion YouTube vids, meaning no more $100 outfit video challenges? No, there'll always be those type of videos because I don't think you guys realize how tiny of a niche high fashion is. Like, no one cares. Like, in the grand scheme of things, like, no one really cares about high fashion. Like, it's getting more popular as time goes on. Like, it's getting more mainstream, for example, but like, honestly, people that not that many people care about high fashion as you think. So there'll always be people making like $200 outfit challenges, or like people saying just spent 1 million at the Gucci store and shit like that. That's always gonna exist. Hopefully, the newer YouTubers, I think, are kind of raising the bar. I think the older YouTubers, no offense to them, like Kai's, Blake Linda, they've all made like really crap content, and like now you've got people like Bliss Foster or Hortler Mode, my channel. I can slot my channel in there. Kind of making more considered content. So I think it's gonna get to the point where people see our videos, like me, Bliss, Hort, and stuff like that, and then see other YouTubers, and then they're gonna expect more from other YouTubers, which is what I'm trying to do. Because I feel like influencers, like I said, they have a responsibility. Because if you're influencing people, you have to have a reason for why you do certain things. Otherwise, what's the point? Let's see. Interview ASAP Bari. It doesn't get more controversial than that. Bro, someone like ASAP Bari, I'd have to be famous first before I interview him. He won't give me the time of day. Interview Ray Kawakubo. That would be a dream. A dream. But Ray Kawakubo doesn't even do interviews to start with. Bari can barely read. Why do you want to interview him? At that point, just interview a crackhead. Gunner fashion expert. He made Virgil's Louis V collection. Fashion YouTube will have the same arc as sneaker YouTube. I guarantee it. A big spike and then a slow die off after everyone is sponsored and can't make good content without bias. That's jokes. See, that's what I did. So, like, on my channel, I've made really, really hot takes that kind of alienate me from brands. So, like, if a brand wants to work with me, I'm literally going to, like, let's say Burberry want to sponsor me. I'm literally going to message them, like, you do know I said so